When everyone sort of ripping their legs out from the feet up, good leg breaker. Yeah, leg breaker. Maybe they'll bend that another muscle. Who knows? See the leg comes in here, bang, right? Now I'm looking for weaknesses here. I want to tuck the armpit into the overhook. I want to pull the head down, all while keeping my balance. I want to tuck this foot to the outside and feel the hand. But Michi's now doing a very, very good job keeping all this. And if I stay here, he's going to start driving me back. So I may split my legs a little bit and then put a little bit of weight on it. Okay? My overhook is not very good. I'm trying to feel the hand. I cannot say grab this wrist, roll it to the left. It's a certain here. So I'm traveling this arm to the inside so that he cannot free this arm to the base. Okay? From this position, I'm going to bring my knee towards his knee. I'm going to slide underneath. Slide underneath. Elevate the leg. And then clear. You don't want to climb. Okay? So now we're going to see Uchimata off of this also. And we're going to see how those two things interact. Now we're going to get Uchimata off the single leg. Hopefully, when he comes again, I want to look for some weaknesses here. If his side's kind of loose and weak, I can pummel the head down and bring my weight over the leg here. I want to be able to throw my overhook and then peel this on, and then kick the hand free. And now we just have a sort of a regular overhook position with the wrist. And then we can enter their two-step Uchimata here. Nice and easy, but sometimes it's not simple to just kind of unlink this leg. We just talked about the Sumigaeshi. You can't wedge the overhook in. You can't really peel the hand off. So we're trying to connect the bottom side wrist, and then looking for a Sumigaeshi. From there, I reach it up and go over the leg. So from this position, I make it look like I'm going for a Sumi. Right? And then now he's going to posture up to kind of defend the Sumigaeshi. That's what you do this for. If I know he's going to go for Sumigaeshi in this direction, I'm going to try to posture up this way and keep my body upright in order to not get thrown. So from this position, look, I go Sumigaeshi, and now look, I can wedge this wrist up into the armpit from here. And now from this position, I go over the top. I may not be able to clear this arm, but I'm able to shoot this leg through. And now, maybe the arms come undone, maybe the arm doesn't come undone. But from here, look, I wedge this arm down, and I punch down, and then elevate the leg, and go into a Uchimata from there. Sometimes it's not as clean as that, and obviously I roll over. When you're training, you want to roll over to prevent your partner's ribs from getting hurt. But if you're in competition, land on it. Every single time. Every single practice. Yeah. And you know, they talk about the judo overthrow rule, right? All they're overthrowing. The goal of judo in the rule set is just throwing with control onto their back. It doesn't matter what happens afterwards. It's a very minor fix. And when you're throwing it, it's just throw your shot. Because people throw in wrestling all the time, including wrestling. They're capable of taking down and smashing the ribs, right? So, protect your training partner. Protect your training partner. Protect your uke. Single leg, work. Sumi fake it, pop him, and now we have this position, right? In this position, this is still okay. I'm going to still try to grab the wrist. I'm going to try to put shoulder pressure down here. And then take my opponent over. And then elevate that leg. And kind of try to crank that Uchimata over. Another clean looking Uchimata, obviously. You know, strong hook. You know, trying to use it to get away. You want to cycle through a lot of these maneuvers. You can't just go from one and expect to work every single time. We looked at a lot of open positions where our arm laid around that. We did a body lock where hands are connected behind the person, but when you have sort of like a false deep system around that, it's a lot easier to keep. For instance, if you have a gi, you have a lapel of the sleeve or something like this, and then when you're holding on to the gi, you're attached to the gi, but there's also a band running across the gi fabric around his body. So not only are your hands connected to the gi, but the gi is connected between your hands, forming a loop. That's what makes it so common, right? Is you're connecting something between the leg on. If I held a belt, of course, you're not like this, and if I held the belt tight, if you were wearing a belt, if I connected two hands on that belt, that grip is not going to taper. So you want to create some of these whole loops like I did with a body lock position, where we go in there, we connect in the hands. However you do it, right, whether it's your S-grip, wrist to wrist, cable grip, or even the belt or whatever it is, I want to make that closed loop. So similarly, when we have this underhook, a lot of the times, we want to be able to create a loop around his shoulder and his neck. We're fishing through this wrist a lot of the time, but this isn't that sticky as we talked about. But it's a very good position to wedge your head into the side and attack inside chips, outside chips. They can throw the inside chip, outside chip, a separate video Good swings and trips. So you can check that out. But a lot of the times he's very hesitant to give me this rest. Maybe he's pulling the back, maybe he has the wrist grip in the palm. It's going to be kind of annoying to deal with, right? So I'm going to try to fight this hand off. And as opposed to just fighting for this hand, when you're talking with the gi, you kind of reach and grab the gi, and now it's not going anywhere. You reinforce the sleeve grip, and then they grab the sleeve grip of their own. It's a very, very sticky position. Here, not so much. So now we're going to so look for that wrist, then we're going to go to a pinch headlock position. And there's a couple different ways to do it. If my foot's a little bit shorter, if you're doing these, right, I can kind of bring my chest in like this, but usually it's the exact same height as me. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to kind of gain that height and then bring my chest forward and pinch headlock in a normal pinch headlock position. So what we're going to do is keeping this elbow high, elbow flared. We're going to close our distance and we're going to connect our hands behind his neck. I've seen it connect both ways. I've seen a lot of champions do it in multiple ways. I like to do it in a way where the forearm is still wedged in between the body here, and I want to use my head